So everybody, it looks like we're going to be kicking it over to our runner of Owlboy, Ckixy. And again, feel free to correct me if I get it wrong. Go for it, and do the run.
Hey, how's it going?
Going well. So here's my question. How do I pronounce your name?
It's Ckixy. Just like a
Ckixy.
hard K at the start, yeah.
Oh, okay, I kind of got it. Like, a little bit.
Yeah. That's why I
Ow.
always do like Destiny Sherpas, and people just say it so many different ways.
I love it.
It's
That's how it is on the internet, you know. You get a spelling and you just have to sort of live with it.
Yeah.
So we've got Owlboy, which I've played a lot of this game. I don't think I've actually beaten it though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, but
yeah,
I love it. It's so good.
Yeah. I love the move mechanics and everything for it. It feels really good.
Well, I think that we're ready to begin when you want. So do you want to do a countdown?
Yeah. And then I'll get right to explaining stuff because it's a little dense at the start, and then they'll start evening out later on.
Interrupt me whenever you want.
All right. So we'll start right now. No countdown. Went a little fast. So right off the bat, we could skip cutscenes, and we are going to have a mechanic right off the bat called food zips. Food zips are when you try to eat a piece of food with left click, and you also try to pick it up with right click at the same time. The game doesn't quite know what to do, and it just like violently throws you out of bounds. It's pretty great. So we could get out of bounds anywhere that there's food. Also, this character that we get introduced to right off the bat, we basically don't see him all the way until the end. It's kind of strange, based off of how the story actually goes. Also, this game is really nice. You're able to fly anywhere you really want to, at least up until the last stage. So here's a piece of food, and we just got out of bounds that fast. It's very nice. But we don't really want to be out of bounds, so we're just going to grab this vase and clip back in. We just had to go around because there were these boxes, and we were supposed to meet our friend Getty, but instead we just went around and now he's here. But we just need Getty to break more boxes. And then we don't need him for the rest of the mechanics, because we're just going to food zip more. So normally you're supposed to carry Getty all the way throughout this zone, because you can't teleport him yet. But since we have food zips, we could just skip everything. Oh, I thought I messed that one up. Also, we are going to do kind of a weird pathing here because this entire zone is just full of soft locks everywhere. So we're trying to hit a couple triggers on the way just to make sure that nothing breaks here. Oh, and that was a strange one. Sometimes you just levitate to top. Oh, actually, I am broken. There we go. So if you pick up a piece of food and actually eat it when you're food zipping, it will just kind of glitch out and it still thinks you're holding the piece of food. So you just have to kind of save quit.
Yeah, you weren't wrong. It's fast.
No! What is this one doing? There we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so food zips are, I think they're close to frame perfect. I'm broken again. I actually did something wrong there.
Oh no.
Alright, sorry about that. I'm gonna have to restart Valley Caves. Oh, alright.
It's a marathon. It happens.
So that last food zip I did, I ate the food on accident, and it caused me to be like carrying the food, and then it broke. It would have like broken the next mechanic I was doing. So let's try this again. There we go. So something fun with food zips is it's not just grab the food and hold on for your life. There's actually variants on it. So you have kind of like, if you hold up before you food zip, you'll go higher. If during the food zip, if you press the other direction, you'll actually turn around and do kind of like a S shape. So there's a bunch of variants, so you kind of have to manage those based off of where you want to go.
Okay.
All right, let's try this one again. There we go. Went a lot smoother. So I needed to reset there because I need to hit a load point there, or else again we'll soft lock as usual. So during this cutscene, I'm going to hit an invisible button there. That was the skip cutscene button. It doesn't skip this one, but it skips like the next cutscene coming up.
What?
So it saves a little bit of time. Yeah, I don't know why, but it's like still just in the menus.
Yeah, that's a little weird, but okay.
So yeah, this is the cutscene that it's going to skip. There's normally this huge dialogue introducing this boss. But instead we're just going to skip the boss and go to the next cutscene here.
That boss was a huge pain anyways. Go ahead and skip him.
Yeah. So now we are going to get the first owl relic here. This relic allows us to teleport partners to us. Oh, and we're also going to get audio overlap here, tiny bit. So when you could teleport partners, we were supposed to carry Getty all the way throughout that last zone, and it was a huge pain trying to manage like where he was and bring him all the way through. But now we can just teleport people to us, which is super helpful. And when you're receiving a relic, it will pop up this like player card, and you could skip it if you pause perfectly on the frame that you receive it. So this one's gonna bob like 5 times when I pick it up, and I might or might not get it. There we go. Okay. That's probably the only one I'm gonna skip. The rest of them are such a pain to get. So you've seen zips to get out of bounds. There's another way to get out of bounds called a partner clip. It's where if you try to wedge yourself in between a box and the ceiling while summoning a partner, and we're just out of bounds like that. And then we went back in bounds, so we just reload. Alright, so now we're on the pirate escape. So this one has 2 zips back to back while we're getting shot at by cannonballs. So I'll try to manage it. This is the one I'm iffy about.
Yeah, here's the deal. I think with clips like this, especially, you know, the thing is, you're not going to run into these things playing the game normally. In fact, this game almost feels flawless playing it normally. So, yeah, this is all, you know, honestly, stuff that you really have to work in order to figure out how to do all of this.
Alright, there we go. We skipped the whole pirate section. That was a bunch of vertical movement right there. Just boost it all the way to the top. Yeah, that's, I think casually, there's only 1 or 2 glitches that were reported a bunch, which was, there's this like falling boulder that could shove you out of bounds.
Okay.
And they patched that one, but food zips the devs left in just for speedrunners.
Yeah, I did work specifically for some clips through walls here, but honestly, it's really difficult to find anything to break in this game. So, yeah, great that you were able to, that the community found these food zips.
So this one, if you don't grab the left food, you won't be able to actually hit this warp point there. I don't know why. It just like doesn't put you far enough in. Oh yeah, so we have partner clips. There used to be a partner clip here, but instead I'm just going to grab this object and get out of bounds. So that object had a hitbox on it, and it just is able to shove you out of bounds.
This is ridiculous!
Alright, so we food zip up to here. Oh, I messed that one up. So yeah, if the food is ripped out of the floor, most likely you're going to glitch out, and it'll get stuck on you.
Yeah, people are wondering how many different kinds of clips you use in the run.
Oh, these things are bullying me.
Oh, they're jerks.
There we go. So you're able to toss Getty up and then get to the door by the time it spawns in. So this is Alphonse. Ignore story-wise. We just found him in a cave and we're just like instantly friends. That's basically how it goes. He no matter what people tell you, he didn't try to just kill us in the previous zone, story-wise. I'm gonna get bullied here again. There we go. So yeah, that is pretty much Owl Temple. The only reason why we had to do Owl Temple is because if we don't have Alphonse when we go to get Twig, it will just softlock and crash the game on us. And this is like a hard crash, it'll just close out the game for us.
Oh no.
It tries to load up Alphonse and it just breaks. Also, our camera's gonna break here a little bit. So yeah, we're just flying around the entire Owl Temple because we just want to get to the exit. And we can't zip down, unfortunately. We could only zip up. And so that kind of makes us have to fly all the way around.
Okay.
So right here, we never talked to Solus. So we're just going to skip this cutscene. But now it's just a black screen. So we have to fly around until we hit an invisible load point. If I'll hit it here. There it is. And now we're back at the bottom, and it skips that cutscene.
Oh, good. We don't need cutscenes anyway.
And we also flew past this one, so that's a tiny short one. Alright, so now we're heading over to go get Twig. Because, again, we need to find all the partners in this game or else it'll softlock later on. So that's pretty much what the speedrun is.
Basically, do zips and don't softlock.
Yeah.
I mean, that's harder than it sounds, to be honest. Like, because I played around with Out of Bounds in this game a little bit back a long time ago, and it's really easy to get yourself stuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so in this next zone, there's just a bunch of enemies, sprites, out of bounds. And for some reason, this like middle right one just has a warp to Twig's house. It's pretty great.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like none of the other ones have a warp, but just that one. I don't know why. So now Twig's like really upset story-wise, and he just like wants to talk to us, but we're speedrunning. We can't stop. So we're going to go over to this wall on the side, and we'll have yet another clip. So I think that's like 5 methods to get out of bounds now, at least. Here's a player card that I suck at skipping. Ah, I was like so close on that one.
Yeah, do you spend more time inbounds or out of bounds in this run?
Probably. Well, it depends on if you count cutscenes.
But you skip them all.
In the later half, we're gonna have a cutscene gauntlet here because they're unskippable. Yeah. But yeah, most of playable time at least, we're pretty much always out of bounds. It's great.
I love it. That's so good.
Also, casually, I did not know that you could just like spin attack those bombs and destroy them. I got wrecked by this whole entire zone.
I can't recall hitting. Oh no, I might have done the same thing.
As I played it like a stealth game, I was being so cautious. Especially when there's like tons of bombs in the next vent. So these are the pirates. We haven't really seen them until now because we skipped an entire story zone, which was the city. The pirates are kind of like mechanical sentient robots. So they could just kind of like turn on these gas guns and not worry about it.
Oh, pirates. Oh yeah, and you have to get through the vents in a certain amount of time, otherwise you die due to the gas.
Yeah.
But luckily you know where to go. It's gonna be fine.
So this next part is kind of hard to explain. So, event is normally 1 by 1. Twig, or when you're carrying a partner, you're like 1 by 2 blocks. And if you grab one of those vents that cover like the ventilation shafts, those are 2 by 2, kind of, or they're too wide.
Okay.
So we're going to get into a vent, grab a vent, and pull it into the ventilation shaft. And then we'll grab it, and then somehow that allows us to attach Twig's body to our hitbox. And that allows us to clip out of bounds in another method.
Okay.
So we're gonna grab this vent, grab it, and now Twig is just like a part of us. And so now when we grapple here and let go, we could just go through, because our hitbox was through the floor. So it's pretty great.
Wow! What? That is nuts. I love it.
Also, we just found Alphonse out of bounds, because getting out of bounds is that easy now. And we have to resummon and throw Twig to be able to hit that cutscene trigger, or that load point. So now this zone was a huge pain casually, because you have to go like down and around, and you have to go find Alphonse. But since we went around, out of bounds, we found Alphonse already, so we don't have to do any of those mechanics, and we could just drop him on this Alphonse specific plate there. And now we're right on to the boss fight for Dirk.
Do you actually fight this one?
Yeah.
Oh, good. We get a boss fight.
Well, I should say kinda. The first little bit we'll fight.
Okay.
So,
I'm still excited.
when you grapple with Twig, and if you throw him at the right time, you'll get invulnerability frames. So you can see I just eat all this damage.
Oh yeah. All those iframes.
We want Dirk to hit the wall, and then we'll just shoot him with Alphonse. So that was phase 1. We have 3. This one's gonna get a little harder, because he's gonna throw a bunch more blades now. So casually, this was like the boss fight that took me forever. I think I did like 20 or so attempts. It was so hard.
Yeah.
And I can't express how hard the next section is, because he's just gonna throw blades everywhere. So like, we're speedrunning, right? So we have to have a technique for this. So if you watch my character carefully, I'll do a very specific maneuver. And it's just stand right at the intro door. And you're invulnerable for everything.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh, I am so angry.
Yeah, and you could just kind of wait out the entire fight. It's pretty nice. Alright, and that's the Dirk fight.
Nice. Fantastic. That is great. Yeah, is that a pixel perfect location, or
Not
is there-
really, not at all.
not really?
Yeah, it's just in between the 2 bars that are in the very center.
That's so
You
good.
can kind of wiggle around.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so at this point, we're just gonna have a bunch of cutscenes. We're gonna do a little bit thing after we leave, like the whole mushroom discussion. But other than that, if you have like donations or anything, if you want to read those out.
You know what? We are currently waiting for some more donations. I would love to read some, so if you would like to hear your comment read out loud, feel free to send some in. We do, of course, have the file named Bid War for Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D coming up. And then we need to hit the $1,000 before Hollow Knight so that we can see the Path of Pain. Ow! Yeah, so those are some big things coming up. When you do donate, by the way, feel free to go ahead and comment and say that your donation is going towards a bid war or going to anything else. A donation incentive to have me try an Aussie accent? No, that's a bad idea. No, accents are not allowed from me. Yeah, nobody has bid for the Ocarina of Time name. So if you even sent in like $1, you would definitely be in the lead for that. But if you sent in $5, you'd be 5 times as much in the lead. So honestly, I love this game. It's beautiful, and I think it got all of the praise that it deserved. It's so good.
Yeah, and playing it casually, the story was just so good. I loved every little bit of it.
Yes, highly recommended. If you haven't played it, please do play Owlboy casually one time, and then consider speedrunning it.
I actually picked up the speedrun for this game within 1 day of just practicing. Of course, it was a lot slower, but it's not that hard to learn.
Oh yeah.
Majority of it is just learning zips, because it is like frame perfect between left and right click, so it's kind of a pain to get it, and you saw me missing a lot. But once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad.
I do want to welcome in the raiders who raided chat. Always good to have more people coming and getting excited for a marathon. You know, we've got today, tomorrow, we've got a little while to go before I mean, you're the second game. And we're already at 17% of the donation goal. It's been a pretty dang good start.
Oh yeah, so this is gonna look kind of weird since we didn't play the story out, but let's just say
who are these guys?
Speedrun story-wise, Getty got really upset that me and Alphonse just instantly became friends, so he ran away, and this is like his triumphant return.
Oh well, good. Okay. You know, don't start drama. That's the biggest message here. Don't start drama. Because your friend might run away and then come back. I'm trying to remember, was there speculation about a sequel for Owlboy coming sometime?
I believe it is in the works.
Ooh.
It's hard to say. I think it's one of the graphics designer or level designers that's in the speedrun Discord, and sometimes he talks about like working on stuff. But I haven't kept fully up on it. I'm really hoping that they kind of follow the story of Solus and like maybe let you play Solus. That'd be so good. Because it is like story-wise, Solus was just such a interesting character to this game. So there's also a character at the very start of the game that we talked to, and he's basically like the disappointed father figure of this game.
Oh yeah, that jerk.
Yeah. So he's just like still here waiting for us, like for the very intro of the game. But we're too busy. We're going to space. We can't wait.
He just yells at you. Otis, I'm a grumpy bird man.
Like the entire game, he's like, I can't tell you how disappointed I am in you.
Yeah,
like, I just killed so many bosses.
I'm still disappointed. It's got so many expectations. This bird. What a jerk. You know, in speedrunning, we usually say birds are jerks, and this one is no exception.
Yeah. And then one last time, there he is. Okay, he's gone. Alright, so we have another cutscene here. And then we'll be on to Owl Temple. Or the library.
Ah. Libraries are basically temples. It's fine.
So yeah, this is an interesting zone that we're going to. So that move mechanic that I said I love so much, being able to fly everywhere, we won't be able to fly anymore because we're like on the edge of space and our character gets exhausted. So it kind of throws a wrench in what you can do.
Why?
It's
why
actually
do you get
funny.
exhausted.
You're just like on the edge of space, so you're just like short of oxygen and stuff,
Oh, that makes sense.
and just like not enough air to be able to fly.
Okay.
But it's kind of funny because you can do certain things. You could do certain glitches that allow you to get out of bounds in other maps that you're not supposed to be able to, by like combining two map datas together to be able to tell one your position of the other. It's weird. So you could do that on Owl Temple or on Owl Library, and you're able to send yourself so far out of bounds. And if you get off the screen, you could get out of the bounding box that says Otis can't fly, and then you're able to fly.
Yay!
So there's just like a big box around this entire map that just says don't allow Otis to fly.
I love it. Yeah, I know chat really relates to being exhausted. Don't we all? Don't we all, Otis? I'm too tired to fly right now, okay?
I don't know if I would count it as a new clipping method. So there's this thing where if you press CHE to start like typing cheat, you're able to load like saves and like you can make kind of save states for this game, and it's built in. So if you're able to load one save state onto another, you can move in one map from one location to the other, and it edits like your XY coordinates. And then when you say load from last checkpoint, it loads the first map that you loaded, but with the coordinates of the second map you loaded. So that's where you're kind of like combining the two map data together.
What? Are you using that now?
No.
Do you use it ever?
No, since it's cheat mode, like it's not really official.
Oh.
I'm trying to find ways to do like a menu overlap and do it legit, but haven't quite found it yet.
I've run games with cheats.
Yeah.
You just have to run a category that cheats are allowed.
I was debating about trying to do like a route for it. It'd be fun.
Oh yeah. See, go invent your own route, go invent your own category, run the game how you want to run it.
I was thinking something along the lines of how Skyrim is run, where you can make save states, but it has to be with the new character that you created.
Ah.
Because Skyrim, you can do this like save warp mechanic by using other saves to warp to their locations.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I approve of that. Okay, you get my official stamp of approval.
Right, I need to start writing that. It'll be so confusing.
That's what I love.
So in this zone, there was an old skip called Owl Library Skip, and it was so hard to do. You'd basically have to summon a partner by reading a book in the next zone, and then since we can't fly, we can't carry partners. So you'd have to like pick up and throw them over and over to get out of bounds and stuff. So I spent the next 3 hours after learning that on a way to break it. Oh, also, this is a new way out of bounds. Right there. So we're going to take damage. When you roll out of damage, you gain a little bit of height. And because of our exhaustion, we're able to store that damage state.
Oh my gosh.
And we could basically just fly out of bounds.
Oh, this is too good.
And then we're just going to hit this next zone. I actually missed the top load there. And now we're past the whole Owl Library.
Nice.
So yeah, the community called that the Owl Library Skip because it skipped a skip that no one wanted to do.
I love it. That's so good. Oh, by the way, I did get a $5 donation during this run from Race Eater, who says, "Hey,
the Zeter."
Oh, Rositer?
Yeah.
Yeah. They say, hey, Ckixy, I may not be a furry, but I'm always down to support speedrunners when it's for a good cause. Good luck on your run, and best of luck to all the runners today.
Thanks for a donation.
Yeah, we welcome donations from all humans and animals alike, okay?
That's in like all my friends groups. I'm like the only furry, so they're just like, oh, it's him doing his furry things.
Jeez, it's weird. Yeah, whenever I bring it up, there are some people who are like, "What? You're a furry?" And I'm like, I have been for years. This isn't really news. It's just that, I use a human avatar online, but yeah, I'm part of the fandom. It's pretty funny. Uh, Honestly, in my community, we have tons. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
Seriously, we need to call animal control in my chats,
Oh yeah, so for this boss, it has these 3 relics floating around it. Each relic has to be destroyed by a different partner. At least for the first 2 phases. Hopefully I don't get soft locked here as well. I just posted a new video of we finished the boss fight for Solus, and then Otis just kind of stared at Solus for like a minute straight. Just like, what did I do? And it was really strange.
Yeah.
I think it's because I had Twig or something. It was really odd. Alright, so this is the 3rd phase for the boss. For this phase, we could use anyone. The only issue is there are certain attacks that you just can't do anything during. So there might be some downtime where we're just like waiting for those to finish.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you could gain like an extra 30 seconds or so on just this boss.
Yeah, I do recall fighting this boss back in the day, and it's so hard.
Yeah.
At least casually it is, yeah.
Yeah, this one gave me a lot of struggle.
Honestly, just watching this, there's some precise things that you have to do in order to avoid getting hit. Like, it's pretty great to watch.
Especially once it gets the, like, owl lantern head thing. That one is rough.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so that was the Solus fight. So now we're just wrapping up kind of story elements here. So I don't know if there's more donations or incentives coming up.
We still do have... Oh, we actually do have a donation from Hotbot. Oh, I love Hotbot. They're always around. Do you accept donations from bots? Beep boop. That is a $25 donation. Do we? Do we accept those? Sure, if you're a robot, you can donate too. I'll go ahead and say that. You know, we need to really take advantage right now of robots donating, because they're going to take over one day. But the less money they have, the better. Give it to the hospitals instead.
That's one way to beat it.
So I actually think that is the boss that I got stuck on. And I don't think I actually beat it. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, you're so close.
Hotbot, the biggest upcoming incentive actually is a bid war. Also, for money-wise, Hollow Knight Path of Pain exhibition, we just have to hit a total of $1,000 in order to get that. So don't worry, it's going towards that specific incentive as well. You know,
So,
I don't like
I'm-
this pirate dude.
Oh yeah, I know. That's he's just chasing us around the entire time. Not doing much. That story-wise, the ending here is like really interesting. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to skip that cutscene. There we go. It's only like 5 seconds or so.
So we're getting pretty close to the end of the run, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just finishing up here. So yeah, with it almost over, just have to do a few more things. But yeah, if you're interested in running this game at all, it has some really good guides up on speedrun.com. I think this major still is upkeeping the text guide, and then Zik3 has a couple of the like video guides for glitches and zips. Especially the zip one helps out a lot. It was so helpful. But yeah, the community behind this game is really cool. A lot of fun glitches, and if you want a very broken game, this is the way to go. I think there's at least like 7 or 8 ways to get out of bounds, at least. And then the all boss category has even more stuff. That's the next one I need to try to learn.
Ooh. Man. See, your owl learned how to fly in space. That's really helpful. Should have learned it earlier, Owlboy.
Instead, we had to get damaged on spikes and then do a bunch of like backflips and stuff.
Yeah, seriously. If you don't like spikes, just learn how to fly.
It's
Wow.
strange too, because in the very intro area, you can actually infinitely fly with a weird technique, but you can't do it once you're inside the building. And I don't know why those zones like differentiate.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's odd. Because I think they're still the same map tile or something like that.
Hey, we've got 2 more donations, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Brash Volksdragon gave $5 and said, "Hey, bro, sent ya. How you enjoying this run?" That is barely a pun, but it's there. I figured I'd take flight and send some money towards the stream. Brash, you rock, okay? Thank you so much. And Xandra gave $10 and said, "What a lovely event." Though I wouldn't like to get too close to anything with owl in the name. Eek. Yeah, Xandra's a mouse. Please keep up the wonderful work, and I hope you all have a nice day.
Oh, yeah, and time will come right as I hit the gate here.
Okay.
All right, and that's time.
Nice. Good. That was 37:05.
A little high up there.
You know what? It's underestimate, and in a marathon,
Yeah.
you never know when things are going to go wrong. And there were some of those zips that were really being frustrating, but I'd say, with all the boss battles, they were pretty much flawless,
Yeah.
according to your execution. So, no shame in losing a little time to some of these finicky clips. It happens.
As I was worried about the estimate, I always like put the estimate down, and I'm like, wait, my timer's like on in-game time and not real time. So then I switch it over, and it like tacks on 5 minutes or something with loads. I'm like, I forgot to put that in the estimate.
You know what? It worked out, so you don't even have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I love it. Seriously, congratulations on the solid run. I
Thanks.
definitely enjoyed this. Is there anything else you want to, or you're planning to show, or that you're wanting to say before we leave your run?
I think that was mostly it. Just thanks for watching, and keep on enjoying all the speedruns to come.
Awesome. Yeah, everybody kick back, relax, and get ready because we have Fez coming up after Owlboy. Congratulations again. Everybody, the birds are out there cheaping, not Owlboy. He's just kind of like falling, but that's okay. That's how Owlboy goes. It's life. We'll live. We do have another game coming up for you next. Fez, being run by Pi Kitsune. Pi is going to be trying to get through any percent in 37 minutes. So here we go. Go ahead and kick back, relax. We'll go ahead and share a little bit as we get ready for this next run.